Today on the podcast, I don't know why I do that with my neck. We are talking imperfect action. It is episode 905. It's Thursday. No, it's not Thursday. It is Friday. Episode 906. Normally I do a bloopers reel. I put it in there, but you know what? I ain't got time. Mum and Dad have come around for a meal tonight, and I've got to cook them a meal, so I need to get going. Okay, so we're talking about imperfect action. So for me, the 80-20 rule is perfect. 80% is good enough. To get to that next 20%, it's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. The investment of time for you to get that extra 20% in whatever it may be. And so many people chase perfection when there is no such thing as perfection. Perfection is only in the eye of a beholder. It's only your perfection. It might not be somebody else's perfection. And therefore, wasting your time trying to get that 20% extra to get the perfect outcome is only for you. It's not for other people. So imperfect action. What you have to do is you have to give yourself permission to suck. Give yourself permission to suck and just do it. Every single person in the world sucks at first. But guess what? You, me, everyone listening is afraid of sucking. When we first started learning to walk, I hate this analogy because everyone says it, but it's so true. We couldn't walk, but we wasn't afraid of making mistakes. We weren't afraid of falling over, and we continued and we continued and continued. If we was afraid to suck, we'd still be crawling now, bum shuffling, but we wasn't. And that's why we started walking. Now, if you want to learn a new skill, just do it. If you want to start a new career, just do it. If you want to start anything, just be aware, just be mindful that you will suck at first. So you have to give yourself permission to suck. You have to give yourself permission to be imperfect. You will never, ever be perfect, especially when you start something new. When I started podcasting, I hadn't told this story before. I don't know if I have or not. I remember exactly where I was. It was painful. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm not perfect. Like I said, 80% is good enough. And I know a lot of people thinking, you're not even 80%, Dave. You're miles off 80%. And that's how you talk, okay? That's how every single one of you talks who have to go at me. And so when I was starting the podcast, my hands were all sweaty, my palms were all sweaty. I was sat there on the microphone. I was recording in the kitchen first of all, and then it was in the office at work. Yes, I went to the office on a Saturday morning, drove to the office and recorded there. It won't work. So then I remember I sat down next to the sofa, leant against the sofa, and it took me probably 3 hours to do a 4-minute podcast. It was incredible. I sucked. I really, really sucked. I really, really wish that I kept all those outtakes of my first ever podcast. I was terrible. I'll give you another oh God, this is embarrassing. I definitely haven't said this on the podcast before, ever. Public speaking. It's scary as shit. It's even scarier when you get booed and taken off stage. Hello, that is me. That was what's happening. So I was asked to speak at Cheltenham preview night at Betfair. I was given all my expenses down there for me and my wife and staying in a plush hotel, lovely hotel. And I was given £500 for doing it, for doing a 10-minute speech. Don't get me wrong, the crowd had been a bit rowdy. There was the panelists, the 4 famous panelists in the racing world were getting booed for some reason, heckled. And so it was a tough crowd, really, really tough crowd. And they said to me, right, you're next team. They're going to take a break. And so imagine the 4 panelists there. I was on stage next to them. And the 4 panelists decided just to get up and walk away. And so that created loads of other people in the audience to get up and walk away. Them walking away crowded out the atmosphere. The atmosphere was horrible. And it was just, there was some people trying to listen. Some people were going to the bar and getting a beer because I thought it was a halftime interval show. It was just poorly organized. And I'm making excuses. Yes, I am making excuses, but I sucked. All of a sudden, a cameraman is in my face like that. There's 10,000 people online watching, and there's, I don't know, 800 people. I don't know how many 100 people watching. Some have gone to the bar, and I couldn't get the words out straight. I was stuttering. It was horrible. And then one of the organizers tapped me on the shoulder, was actually my right shoulder, tapped me on the right shoulder and gave the dreaded words of, we're running a bit late, we should take you off now. I was like, oh, it was horrible. But then I went to Vegas and spoke, and I got a standing ovation. It was incredible. It was horrible. It was petrifying, but it was amazing. I went to Vegas and spoke about customer care, something that I feel like I know about. And I thought I did all right. I thought I did a good job. I had a crowd of people around me afterwards asking me loads and loads of questions. And I just thought, holy shit, the improvement from the first time to the second time was incredible. And don't get me wrong, I still wasn't very good, but I didn't get taken off. I didn't get booed. I didn't get heckled. And so the muscle of the story is imperfect action. That's what you need. Never, ever go for perfection. You'll never, ever get there. And give yourself permission to suck. Every single person in the world, whatever they're doing right now, sucked at first. The world's best snooker player sucked. The world's best podcaster sucked. The world's best anything sucked at first. So give yourself permission to be shit. Give yourself permission to suck, my friends. Tomorrow, we have got a book review day. I have no idea what book it is. It'll be a goodie. Well, I don't even know, man. It'll be a goodie. It'll be a book. All right. Love you. I appreciate you.